Hello again, boys and girls. All right, last week, the last game we left off with was Frisbee golf. But today we're gonna move on to just regular golf. First things first though, if you do not have any golf clubs at your house, that's perfectly fine. I just went through my house and my backyard and found several objects that I could use as a golf club. For instance, maybe in your backyard you could find a stick that you could use, or maybe you have an ice scraper that you can use as a putter. Maybe you have a toy horn that you could use as a putter, or a wiffle ball bat. Or maybe you even have a tennis racket that you could use as a golf club. All of these objects will work with today's game, or if you want to be creative, you can make your own. But as always, remember to ask your parent or guardian if you can use any of these objects. Don't just go around the house collecting them and making them into a golf club without them knowing. Ask first. All right, now I'm going to show you how to hold our golf club. Now, first thing you want to do is you want to hold the golf club in your non-dominant hand. The hand you don't write with goes on top. Then the hand that you do write with, your dominant hand, goes on the bottom. And look at my thumbs here. My thumbs are pointing down towards the club. So once again, non-dominant hand goes on top, dominant hand, the hand you write with, goes below it, and my thumbs point down. Now, if you do not have a golf ball, that is fine. You can use a ping pong ball, or you can use a tennis ball. Any ball will really work for this game. All right, over here I have my target, my hold. I'm going to set down my ball, and that is what I'm going to be aiming for. Now I'm just using a little towel. If you want to use a sneaker, or you want to use a little cup, or any toy, anything you want to aim for, you can. Now, just like in Frisbee golf, I'm going to keep track of my strokes, or how many times it takes until it gets into the target. Now I like to have the golf ball in between my feet to make a triangle here. Once again, I'm going to hold with my non-dominant hand on top, dominant hand on bottom, thumbs pointing down. Now I'm not going to face my target. I'm going to stand sideways. So my non-dominant shoulder is going to be facing my target. I'm going to keep my eye on the ball and just give it a little tap. Oh, hole in one because it landed on my target. So my score for this round would be 1. I can bring it back and try again. Now, depending on what surface you're on, it might go too fast or it might go too slow. If you're doing this on a hardwood floor, it's going to roll really fast, so you don't want to hit the golf ball really hard. Or if you're doing this in your backyard on grass, it probably won't roll really fast, so you might have to use a little more force, depending on what surface you're using. So once again, non-dominant hand goes on top, dominant hand goes next. I face sideways. Keep the ball in between my feet, give it a little tap. Oh, is he gonna make it? Oh, stop just short. So far I have 1 stroke. Now I have to make sure it gets all the way into the target. So my score for this round would be 2, because it took me 2 turns to get it all the way onto the target. Now you can do this with a friend, or, well, probably not a friend since we're social distancing, but you could do it with a brother, sister, dad, mom, parent, guardian, anyone in your house who wants to play. You can play with them. Maybe they can give you some tips or some pointers, and you can see who can get the best score. Do how many rounds you want to do. It's all for fun. I hope you enjoy a little game of putt.